Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to find out, has SGC changed their grading standards?
Why would they do that?
So stick around and let's check that out.
You trying to manipulate me?
Course I am.
Hello friends, I am John and I am the 3D 80s kid. Alright, so like I said before, let's find out if SGC has changed their grading standards. How are we going to find that out? Well, I have just gotten back my order that I dropped off at the Strongsville card show this year from SGC, and it was 4 cards, and the way we're going to find out if SGC has changed their grading standards is because one of these cards I had to submit as a raw card grading, despite the fact that it had been in a old SGC slab. Why do you think I had to?
Because you're an idiot.
Normally I don't crack slabs, so it's not normally a thing for me. Normally I'm submitting these older slab cards as just a straight crossover, and as far as I know, they don't even re-examine the grade, although I did have that one funky occurrence previously of a authentic E220 Frankie Frisch turning into a 1, but other than that, it's just been, I get the card back with the newer slab with the same grade. But in this case, I accidentally broke a slab of one of these cards. And so as such, with this slab being broken, I had to submit the card back to them as raw card grading. I did still put the card back in the slab and tape the slab together, so they did get the cert and they decertified the old cert. But then, reportedly they would just bust it out and then grade the card all like a brand new raw card that they've received. So we'll see if it got a 1-for-1 switch or if the grade changed. And clearly this very large 1-card sample size will ultimately be the definitive, no argument against it, proof that, whether or not SGC has changed their grading standards.
Sounds reasonable.
So I don't have any video of any of the cards before I sent them, but I do have some still images, and I will show those on screen and give you some, background info on each one as I go along. But, you've heard me blab on enough. You want to see some cards, so let's flip around, and I will be inserting the pictures of the old cards as well as then talking about the new cards once I show them with the reverse camera footage. So let's go.
Yeah, it's about time.
So for my first card, it is just a direct reholder where I have an old label SGC1 that is going to get put into a new holder for it is forever home as long as at least I'm alive. So here we go. We have got Nap Lajoie T206 card from 1909 with him throwing in the sweater. Just love this shot. And this example was perfect for me as the color is gorgeous and the picture, the main part, is fully intact, and I just love this one. And it's got a really nice looking back to it with the Sweet Cap Roll cigarettes ad there. So, way to start things off. Another card here is a reholder from an old label SGC3, which, as far as I know, should just be now in a new holder. So here we go, and it is an SGC3 with the new holder as well, because I don't think they even check them when it's a fully intact slab and you select for it to be a reholder option. And there we go with this hand-cut W574 card. A little bit mysterious on the distribution of these, and blank back as far as I know, all hand-cut cards seem to be. And this one is interesting a little bit to me how it got a 3. I would think it might be more like a 2 or a 1.5, but, they say it's a 3, whatever. But gotta love it. Great pose of Al Simmons, great outfielder here with the White Sox. All right. Now the next card, unfortunately, I do not have a photo. It was a PSA 2, I swear. I bought it at Strongsville and failed to take any kind of photo of it before I gave it to SGC to reholder for me or regrade it. And so let's see what happened to my PSA 2. I thought it could get a higher grade with SGC, but we'll see. And it is a 2.5. Love this example of a tattoo orbit from 1933 of the Tattoo Orbit Gum Company as they were hawking gum and enticing people with baseball cards for this 1 year of their offering there. And love the color style of these cards with just having sort of the black and white imagery with the yellows and the reds. Interesting look to these cards with the limited color palette. And real simple back with limited amount of information on these ones as well. With this one being William, known as Billy Herman, Hall of Fame second baseman, primarily with the Chicago Cubs, as he is pictured here. All right, for my last card, which, as you can see in these photos, I busted the slab. I dropped a trophy off the back dresser that is actually the back of what you see behind me here. Is a dresser, and the trophy was on top of it. The card was sitting in a holder on the back of this display here at the time that night, and I knocked over the trophy, landed right on top of the slab, and split the thing down the middle. And when I frantically came around the corner of the dresser to check to see what had happened, as you can see with the photo, the holder was just cracked in two pieces. The pieces were lying flat on the desk. And I didn't take a photo of that, but the card had slid where it was just lying flat on the desk, completely undamaged from the incident. The trophy had fallen off to the side and not landed anywhere near the card. So as far as I was concerned, there should have been no damage at all, and it should be a direct crossover grade if they have not changed their standards. So let's see if my SGC2 remained an SGC2. Here it is, the moment of truth. Has SGC changed their grading standards? Definitive proof. And there we go. Not according to this.
What a relief.
This 2 by them is still a 2. So there you have it, folks. The ultimate proof that SGC has not changed their grading. There is no arguing that fact when you see the evidence before you.
Certainty? Speculation. Certainty.
All right, and now I love having this card. I love the pose of Rogers Hornsby. I mean, the clearly dominant, greatest, statistically second baseman of all time. Incredible hitter. Not very well liked as a manager. It almost seems like he might have been on the autism spectrum, looking at it from a modern lens of how he treated people. But who knows? And yeah, great hitter. Not very well liked, but yeah, love this card. And it remains the same grade.
Is all that matters anymore, John.
Well, there you have it, folks. Definitive one-card proof that SGC has not changed their grading standards one iota and have stuck to the same standard they've always have. Clearly it's enough evidence for all of you. You're convinced, right? Because, I'm convinced. But
This is very convincing.
without furthermore, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah, unless I get lucky and break a leg.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.